Hey, so I am in Cocoa Beach. It is really beautiful here because the weather is nice, not too cold, it's not too hot. And of course, it's by the water, so I'm always happy when I'm by the water. But I'm here for a conference and I am presenting at this conference. And normally, what you would see is the after, the success of the conference and testimonials and pictures of me all dressed up. But what I don't usually share are the things and the journey and the process before the event or before the thing happens. And this week, I have been battling with the pained perfectionist. So my perfectionism has had me stuck this week. When this happens, I have to first recognize that it is perfectionism that's getting in the way of me feeling stuck, right? And then try to figure out why. And so I have to first recognize the feelings that go with it. So this week I felt like I was unprepared, right? I felt that I'm not going to be good enough. I'm not going to be enough and I'm going to be rejected. So those were like the four things that I felt as a result of my perfectionism keeping me stuck and not wanting to move and take action toward me preparing for this conference or even showing up at this conference. And so I had to approach my feelings, these emotions with curiosity, I would say. And I asked myself these three questions. What's the root of these feelings? Like, what's the root of my rejection? And through a lot of work that I've done over the past year, I know what the root of my rejection is and where it comes from and at what point in my life where I felt rejected, right? And I also had to ask myself, what evidence is there that I am those things? What's the evidence that I'm unprepared and that I'm not good enough and that I'm going to be rejected? And those things are, there's no evidence because I've ran this play, I have done this workshop, I have taught this particular topic to thousands of teachers and have gotten tremendous feedback. And teachers keep coming back for this content. So there's no evidence that I have that I'm unprepared and that I'm not good enough. There's none. And so another thing that I have to ask myself is, are these facts or are these feelings? These are feelings because the fact is I've done this before. I have presented at many conferences before and have been, and have great results. So these are not facts, these are feelings. And so I have to deal with my perfectionism in that way by really identifying like what is my feelings? Like what am I feeling? What are the root causes of these feelings? What's the evidence that these things are true about me? And what are the facts? Because I cannot let these emotions impact my actions and of course my decisions, because if I did, I wouldn't move. I wouldn't keep going. And I have to like tell myself that I need to break free because these things are lies. There are, they are the thought patterns that exist for me because I deal with this every day pretty much, but they are lies. And I have to break free from those lies. And I also have to approach myself with self-compassion because like I said, I've been dealing with this all week. And so there were days where I felt like a failure. There were days where I felt like crying, there were days where I felt like I lost this little battle today because I didn't get this done. And so I have to deal with myself, and I have to be compassionate toward myself because it's okay to fail and it's okay to fall and it is okay to cry even and it's okay to lose as long as I don't quit. And I have to keep reminding myself not quit, to not stop, to not stop moving and to not give up. And I need to continue to like take action ultimately. And so I just wanted to share that because this perfectionism is real and it's something that I deal with all the time. So I am the pain perfectionist, and I have to have strategies and coping mechanisms to deal with being a pain perfectionist because it's something that shows up for me all the time.